What's good, YouTube? Chris from Team Innovation here, bringing you guys finally my Q&A. God, I've been sick. Just in the house, sick. I mean, I bring you guys videos, but I couldn't get the Q&A up. Work, school, a lot of personal life drama, but I'm back. I mean, I know it's not that late, but I want to be the consistent 5 videos a week. So to make up for bringing you guys this video late, I'm going to try to bring you guys either 6 or 7 videos this week. Video every day, try to make up for it. And with that being said, I want you guys to go in the not the comment section, the description box, hit that like button to the Facebook fan page, because if you do, there's 2 videos for you waiting right now on the fan page. The first video is just giving my first impressions, a reaction of the hero deck. Well, not the hero deck, but the hero supports that OCG's got. And the second video is basically a buddy of mine I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh with back in the day, back in 2005 when I was a fucking sophomore in high school. He gave me his old collection of cards, and I pretty much opened it on camera and show you guys what I had. It was a bunch of awesome stuff, bring back a lot of memories. So go to the Facebook page, like it. The link will be in the description below, and check out those 2 videos. So without further ado, let's start this Q&A, guys. I got a lot of great questions, so I'm going to try to get through them. Brought to you by Battlestar Galactica. Frack. TN Ridge Runner asks, do you prefer Stratos or Shadow Mist? And TN Ridge Runner, of course I prefer Shadow Mist. While Stratos is the cream of la cream to Stratos, while Stratos is the cream of la cream to heroes, Shadow Mist has honestly made the deck what it is now. If you ask Stratos right now, yeah, we had a bow beat. I don't think, honestly, it'll be that powerful due to the fact that it can't stun anything. Dark Law, honestly, just wins games flat out. If decks like Nekroz, BA, or hell, even Cleaford can get Dark Law off the field, it's GG no read. Versus if they just had Stratos and that's it, they could probably do some cute OTK plays, but at the same time, the deck would not nearly be able to compete. It'd be the equivalent to Madoche. It's fast and speedy, but not all that great. So definitely I prefer Shadow Mist over Stratos anyway. Angry Grandpa is awesome as can spellbook fake go back 3 since Prophecy ain't doing so much. Honestly, in a beta format, I can see it being tested out at 3. But from playing back in the spellbook format, Fate was stupid. You have fields of Fate. Matter of fact, hell no. Honestly, 3 Fate, 2 Fates maybe. With 3 Fates, you're just gonna be looping. It's spellbooks always just automatically have a loop. Like they're just gonna loop Fate over and over and over, banishing anything your opponent can do. Now that might not win in the game against like Nekroz, because Nekroz can still fight that type of looping, but it is just completely just wreck all the lower tier 2 decks and decks on the edge of tier. It definitely boosts spellbooks on the tier list for sure though. And on that happened, Denko Seka will be more side deck because you can't loop Denko Seka, so which once again would cause a ripple effect, making all the tier 2 decks be less likely playable. So honestly, I don't think go to 3. I could test it at 2, but even then at 2, I'm thinking, yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. It'd be something great to test out as a fun little beta format though, for sure. Ninjanos the 4th asks, do you think Premature Barrel can come back? I think it's an equip reborn. And then subscriber Danny Trejo, sorry Dan if I mispronounced your name, but he pretty much said it's a searchable monster reborn that can be looped over and over, stuff like Miss Valley Falcon, etc. It's poorly designed card. And honestly, now that I think about it, I was always an advocate of bring back Premature Barrel over Monster Reborn, but this is before I knew Hidden Armor was a card, because you guys know I did not play Yu-Gi-Oh! In the 08-09 format, so yeah, it's kind of dumb. You can just Hidden Armor your search out your Premature Burial, Hidden Armor it back out of the graveyard. It's honestly really abusable, and there's a lot of ways to break the card, so I guess leaving on the ban list is safe right now. Bring it back to 1, honestly, once again, beta format, test it out, see how it is. If it wrecks the format too bad, put it back on the ban list, but honestly, with Snatch Steal and Premature Barrier off the list, honestly, Hidden Armor would just shoot up in price. Everyone would run 3 Hidden Armor, so it'd be like, why not? You can toolbox your whole deck. But if anything, if it did come back, ban Snatch still, definitely. Just to see how Premature Barrel affects the meta. Let me see. Brady Too Cold asks, do you prefer fast formats or slow formats? Honestly, Brady, I prefer formats that are like in the medium. Not too slow, because they're kind of boring. Well, nah, not really. Okay, I guess between, if I could just pick two, not between them, I guess slow format. I see. Damn, I really don't know. See, I'm the type of player when it comes down to me. I don't really give a fuck what format it is. I'm gonna adapt regardless. Like right now, it's a fast format. I'm enjoying the format. When it was a slow format last year with Fire Fist around this time, I enjoyed the hell out of that format. Like honestly, I'm just an adaptable player. I really don't have no preference to it. If I guess I could pick one, it'd be a fast format because I don't want to be sitting at my table for 40 minutes trying to play chess. I'd rather just sit at my table and play MVP3. So, oh, MVC. What the fuck am I talking about? MVP. MVC3. Marvel's Capcom 3. So, yeah. If you guys get that reference, what I'm trying to say. So, but Ready to Code, honestly, I really don't care. But if I had packed one, it'd definitely be fast formats. I'm an OTK player, and hey, I like OTK people. Nibble asks, sorry if I butchered your name, Nibble, or Nibble, however you pronounce that. Do you think Yu-Gi-Oh! Will ever go back to the formats of just setting Monster Pass? Ever come back, i.e. 2010, 2011? Because it seems like it's gotten to the point where whoever sets the Stormboard presence first wins. So setting a monster like 2010, 2011, back to the plant type of stuff. Let me see. Honestly, history tends to repeat itself, so I wouldn't be surprised if it went back to like a set pass format, try to out strategize, like, you know, back in 2010, 2011, when you had like stuff like the Grave Keepers and stuff like that. I can see that happening, but in a new way, shape, or form. Like, it wouldn't be considered, it wouldn't be 100% set pass. It'd be a combination of decks that can be abused, their sets. Honestly, it can be, a great example of this would be things like Shadows. I expect to see more decks like Shadows and Yang Zings in the distant future. It's like you have to set them to get their effects and try to out-strategize your opponent because they're going to be the best decks in the format. Another great example of this would be a up-to-date Worm deck where you're setting everything, flipping up. So I can honestly see Konami messing with the setting, flip effect type of archetype decks like they did with Shadows recently and pitting it in a new fashion. So yeah, history tends to repeat itself, so anything's possible in Vile. Let me see. Okay, how Judai asks, what, in your opinion, is the chance Stratos, even Bestiari, or Inzektor older archetypes went back off the ban list? Also, do you feel Stratos needing errata similar to blazeman for once per turn limitation, or Stratos find a way here if he is limited? Honestly, once per turn, I mean, Stratos effect, all you do is when you summon him, you can search a deck for a hero monster added to your hand. Second effect, when you summon him, pop back row. I don't think Stratos is powerful enough to get the once per turn things. Like, honestly, most hero decks only run about 8 monsters anyway. Are you really going to go Stratos, Special Buffman, Compose, Stratos, like, it double summon? Like, it just be weird, honestly. I didn't play back in the DMOG, you know, the old school Magic Glass. I didn't play back heavily back in the format. I was more of a casual player, but thinking with the way cards are now, I don't think it needs to be limited to once per turn. The card is not that good right now. Honestly, the power creep has gotten so bad to the point where Stratos is balanced. In my personal opinion, it's a popping back row effect is not that relevant because we have cards like Phoenix Shame, Breakthrough Skill, etc. to handle him. So no, I don't think Stratos needs to have an errata to once per turn. But, and in my opinion, on Bestiari and the older Inzektor archetypes coming off the ban list, honestly, that's fine. I can see Bestiari come back. I don't think Gladiator Beast and Bestiari that really do anything, and they get a lot of hype, but ultimately, deck won't go nowhere. It'd be hype for a week, and then deck won't go nowhere. And Inzektors, on the other hand, if that deck can do some damage now, if Dragonfly was at 3 and like Hornet, I think that could be the nuts. Honestly, I would love to see a format with Dragonfly come back to 2 and Hornet at 2, just to see how things go. Honestly, the game is really fast right now, so why not? We have more ways to handle like Phoenix Chain, Breakthrough Skill, etc. So it'll be fun. Definitely giving players an older deck to mess around with. So yeah, I can see Inzektor stuff coming off banlist, but is it going to happen? I don't know, because Konami does like making money, and reviving an older archetype will not help to make that money. Damn, that's good coffee. Brought to you by Korea. Let me see who else. He's hella smexy. Fuck the world. Asks if Nekroz steamroll the YCS for the third time, will you admit they're tier 0? Well, hella smexy. I never said the deck wasn't tier 0. I said it was high on the tier 1 list. And honestly, if they want another YCS, I'll say yeah, the deck is tier 0. I mean, I still won't admit the deck is tier 0 only because I still haven't personally lost against it at locals, and the deck can still be beat. I feel like tier 0 decks, well, I guess Nekroz technically, by definition, probably would qualify because the majority of the top cut is tier 0, is Nekroz, like 22 decks out of the top 32, sometimes it's Nekroz, or some high number like that. Then again, back in Teledad formats, I heard majority of the top 32 was similar to Teledad, and Teledad always won. So I mean, I guess you can, based on research, you can say they're tier 0, but honestly, I think most of the time, people are only losing to Nekroz due to inexperience versus the deck and pressure of playing against the famous players like Patrick Hope and etc. So that's another topic for another video. I don't want to get into that. I feel like to me, it's not a tier 0 deck, it's a tier 1 deck, but on a wide number scale, the statistics it will show it's a tier 0 deck. So I guess I have to admit it, but I feel like the deck's not that hard to beat in my personal opinion. And that's it for the Facebook, I mean not the Facebook, but for the YouTube questions. I've gone through the questions, guys. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. The Black Ninja Bodybuilder asks. Black Ninja Bodybuilder. What's your favorite comic book character of all time? What's your thoughts on the meta versus anti-meta? And do you think anti-meta will ever win Worlds? Okay, favorite comic book character of the time. Batman. He's a kick-ass character. I like his philosophy on life. He's always trying to make himself smarter and stronger, similar to me. What are my thoughts on meta versus anti-meta? I like playing anti-meta decks, I like playing tier 2 decks, and anti-meta is a tier 2 deck. It's not my cup of tea because I don't like just playing, okay, my deck is meant to beat the meta deck, but it'll lose against fucking samurais. Like, I can't play anti-meta deck, but I respect them. And honestly, anti-meta obviously be meta because look at Yosemite and how they can just wreck Nekroz if they get the right hand. The thing about anti-meta decks is they're not as consistent. And would an anti-meta deck will ever win at Worlds? It's possible, honestly. Like you draw the right cards at the right time. It's really possible. Unless you have a deck that's really consistent, like Nekroz at Worlds, and you probably won't. I remember anti-meta deck almost won Worlds a long time ago. I remember I was watching the World Championships about 2 years ago. Japanese guy was running a Barbaro stun with the skill drains and the Starlight Rolls. That deck was insane. He was smacking people up. He smacked up Jarrell Winston. He smacked him up real good. The highlight of that game I remember. He said, activate Solemn Warning. It was activate my own macro. Solemn Warning my macros. Jarrell Winston. Jerome, what the fuck you pronounce his name? He was playing the Exodia deck, so he was playing that one card that if your opponent's life points are higher than yours, you draw X amount of cards to the difference. So when Jarrell activated that one card, the guy was like, okay, chain Macrocosmos, chain Solemn Warning to my own Macrocosmos. I lose 2K. We have the same life points. You don't plus your hand up that much. I was like, damn, that's smart. Because I wouldn't have thought of that move, and I wouldn't have thought of that play. So definitely, anti-meta has potential, and them Japanese players are fucking good at Yu-Gi-Oh! So let me go to the Facebook questions. I don't want this video to be super duper long. Nibble Soto. I'm assuming he's the same Nibble that answered in the comment section. Okay, same question he asked on YouTube. Do I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Ever slow down? Back to 20,000, 2011. I already answered that question already, Nibble. And he also added to that because it seems like Yu-Gi-Oh! Become whoever creates a term board, your opponent can't win. I mean, that's how it is, honestly, right now. But at the same time, like I said, history repeats itself, and you can always slow down. Max Biles asks, do you think Return to Bling would change the meta with the new card it brings us? Yes. Anarchy is a thing for heroes. It gives us a card to go into with Shadow Mist that Dark Law can't beat over. For example, sometimes you have players that someone beat big What is wrong with me in saying the wrong cards? Big, beefy monsters that can run over your Dark Law. You can max change Dark Law into Anarchy, and on your following turn, then obviously going to attack with Anarchy. Anarchy, run that same monster over, kill it, go back into Dark Law, hit directly. I think honestly it's going to change the matter a lot. And then the rest of the cards, like Dark Matter Dragon, is definitely going to change the meta, but that also depends on the ban list, because as you guys already know, OCG just banned the dragons. So if we ban the dragons, Dark Matter Dragon might not matter to us. William Grant Jr. asks, if Stratos comes up the ban list, when we get Blazeman, how many Blazeman do you run, and what we take off for the new additions to the deck? Stratos come off the ban list, and obviously when I get Blazeman, for one, Alias is coming the fuck out. Alias is not that great. I only use them just to have an extra target for Shadow Miz. And as soon as I get Blazeman, Alias is getting replaced for Alias is getting replaced for Blazeman, and then Stratos come out, probably take out a spell card to add Stratos. Stratos is too good not to run. So yeah, definitely, if off back top of my head, I'll probably take out an MST for Stratos and Alias for Blazeman. I'll probably just go to side deck my MSTs. So yeah, Steven Jacobs asks, how do you think Heroes versus Dark Matter Dragon that matchup will go? I played that matchup online, and if the TCG get all the support that Dark Matter Dragon deck has in OCG, it can go 50-50 depending on what they do, because there is one guy that says when you exceed a tournament, you pop a card on the field or something like that. But if it's just the standard Dark Matter Dragon where you go over it and you mill, obviously we have the advantage, because if they can't mill, they don't win. So definitely Heroes have it's a favorable matchup for Heroes, definitely. King Spence asks, where did you get the name Team Innovation from? Well, King Spence, as I said in my intro video for you guys that have watched it, the name Team Innovation Yu-Gi-Oh comes from me wanting to start a channel based around innovators. Like, my original name was Yugioh21 for you OG subscribers of mine, and honestly, that was just a random username I had for YouTube back from 2007 when I was in high school. But now that I'm a grown man, I'm more mature, I wanted to have something that fits my Yu-Gi-Oh channel, and I feel like Team Innovation Yu-Gi-Oh represents the innovation in me, and I wanted to draw innovators from around the Yu-Gi-Oh world and help them get better at the game, because a lot of people are innovators, but they get discouraged because they don't do as good as locals. So that's like with my experience doing good with rogue decks, I can help people out. So that's what the name Team Innovation comes. Team Innovation is pretty much the team, all of you guys. Guys are all part of Team Innovation, because we're all helping each other get better. And you guys are all helping me get better, because honestly, I need help as much as you guys need help. So I feel like a 1,000 minds is better than one mind. So we all help each other as a team. And he also asked me top 5 monster spells and traps. Now this question, guys, I'm going to save it for a separate video, because a top 5 can get really long by itself, and that's something I have to pitch thought into. So honestly, be on the lookout for a top 5 monster video, top 5 spell video, and top 5 trap video, all separate, because there are going to be my personal opinions. I'm going to have to go into the nitty gritty of those. So great question with the top 5 King Spence. Those videos will be coming this week for sure. If Stratos does come back, what would be a errata be? Honestly, if it came back, I could see it being errata once per turn. That way it won't be too broken. You can't nuke the card because the hero players are rage. I know I will rage. Nick Murray, what is my favorite spell card? Honestly, really don't have one. Never really put too much thought into it. If I can say anything, Book of Moons. I like the chainability of it, but it's not really that big of a deal. I mean, I really don't go into what is, oh my god, this is my favorite spell card of all time. I go into more things like what is my favorite deck or favorite monster. Pedro Robles asks, are you a boob or a bug guy? Laugh mouth, but seriously, you have to run an upstart reckless. Which one would you choose and why? Well, Pedro, boob or bug guy? Honestly, I'm an ass man. Chicago, Puerto Rican, and black dude. So both my women have ass. I love ass. And then obviously boobs. Boobs is a big thing. So honestly, I like both. Like combo. I have to have the combo. My baby mama has the combo. That's why she's my baby mama. So yeah. If I had to run upstart or reckless, which one would you choose and why? Probably reckless, because activating 2 or 3 reckless degrees at once is really powerful versus just upstart, and giving your opponent 3,000 life points. But I will say, upstart can help you explode your deck faster if you have those powerful first turn plays. Walter Pedro Chavez asks, thing of best. Okay, now he was actually talking to Pedro in the comments. And Salvatore asks, last but not least, can time still be limited this time? Why and why not? Time still, honestly, I can see it being unlimited to 1. It won't do anything. You flip a time still, you stop the opponent from drawing. Big wolves, it's only powerful if, let me see, if you go first. Honestly, it's powerful if you go second. Because your opponent who goes first only draws 5 cards. They set, pass. If you go second, draw the time still, set that, you set it back in the addition turn. Man, fuck that. Hell no. Hell no, Salvatore. Honestly, time still being limited to ban lists will be so powerful now that I think about it. Due to the fact that if you go second, and this is gonna make people want to go second, because if you go second with the way that Yu-Gi-Oh set up now, you time still someone who only drew 5 cards, you set them back in the addition turn, 9 times out of 10 they're gonna lose unless their hand was just that powerful. And if you're playing some troll deck where you somehow be able to search time stills in your hand and flip Master of Darkness back up, and yeah, it can get nasty at 1, I think, because honestly, people were just running for the sack factor of like, oh, I'm going second, top deck, oh shit, time still, my opponent went first, set, now you're gonna get set back another turn, I'm just gonna be in a big advantage 2 turns ahead of you. So that's the end of this Q&A, guys. Tons of great questions this week. As always, comment down in the comment section below questions that you guys want for next week's Q&A, and also go like the Facebook fan page and comment on there too. I'll be making a thread shortly telling you guys post your questions down below. Yeah. So with all that being said, hoping you guys enjoyed this video. Please just give it up to 40 likes. 40 likes would be great. I already guys told you guys in the comments, so I gotta mention it. I do these videos, of course, because I truly believe in helping you guys become better players. I truly believe you guys help me become a better player. So once again, Chris from Team Innovation signing out, guys. Peace. Hit that like button. 40 likes. Come on now.